Oh, damn.
I mean, I was able to run. What fucking program was it? I was able to retrieve a good portion of them, but the PlayStation emulator and the games that I had downloaded were not part of them.
Yeah.
I had downloaded the first Silent Hill and the first 3 Resident Evils and like a couple of other games. None of them survived.
Damn.
And now I can't find another emulator that works.
At least it's not the Battlefront, or Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection on PC right now. Because that's been terrible. Hi everybody, by the way.
Oh shit, we're live?
Yes.
Here I am slamming dishes and stuff.
That's alright. It's cool. Well, we can
trying to get some adulting out of the way before gaming.
Slamming dishes rather than slamming vodka. I'm disappointed.
I think I would be slamming vodka, but I gotta work in the morning.
So annoying.
Oh, this work thing, it's a terrible disease.
Yeah, it is.
I would be slamming something, but I think it's a little bit too graphic for Twitch TOS.
Yeah, probably.
If you guys want
it's me.
Yeah, it's probably you.
Also, a gratuitous amount of violence towards people. Hence why it's too graphic for Twitch TOS. But carry on. Sorry, I just killed the mood now.
Thank you for sparing my innocent ears. You know how delicate I am.
So yes, hi everybody. Sorry for the weird starts of this stream, but me and Rogue were playing Helldivers 2. I was like, we'll do a quick mission before we stream.
It did not turn into a quick mission.
Yeah.
It did not go well. The funny thing is, because of how Helldivers 2 is, the back of my brain's like, yeah, I'm a Warhammer 40k man, Space Marine and this kind of thing would be awesome. But that fight, oh god, we were just a freaking cat-a-chat regiment.
I was just, yeah. I don't like that gun. I've been trying to like that gun, because I spent 80 medals on it, but I don't like it.
I've yet to unlock the gun. Because everywhere I've seen is like, yeah, the Liberator is actually really good, so no point changing it out.
Yep. I haven't unlocked any new guns, but I have gotten to try... What was it? It wasn't the Liberator, it was the freaking gun with the kind of different kind of reticle. What was it?
I have no idea. Because I literally started playing today, so...
Yeah, I have played like twice.
So what I'm hearing here, Foxy, is like Thursday, you, me, Rogue, and some random pleb. Good night of Helldivers.
Just a moment, I need to check a thing out.
I'd like to say yes to Thursdays, but yet Thursdays I'm busy. But in theory, yes. I like violence.
One day I'm off. One night I get off.
Marie, you're good at the violence. Would you want to join us?
I'm probably going to be sleeping. Like when we game on Mondays, that's normally my sleeping time. But thank you.
So Thursday, you say?
Yeah.
I will be working from 4 p.m. till midnight. unfortunately.
Beep,
Oh, God,
beep,
it's
beep,
Easier
beep.
time.
Everyone's going to be so thrown off next week because of the clocks changing.
I
Yeah.
think that's so weird that our clocks change 2 to 3 weeks before you guys do.
Really?
Yeah, when was our time change? Our
I mean, I
time
know that
change was...
I know the US and the UK are both silly countries that decide to change their clocks rather than sensible
Same with
countries that don't.
Finland.
All silly countries.
Ours was the 10th.
Again, though, Rogue, you say this, but China is like all one time zone, but it's wildly different times of day across the entire country.
That's fine. Like that. I mean, that's also silly, but that's silly for a different reason. The USA is perfectly valid in having multiple time zones across the country. It's the fact that they change time zone for farmers. Kindly, no. Very silly.
And then there's at least one state that does not change at all.
Please tell me it's Alaska.
Arizona.
Oh, Arizona.
So I was stationed in Arizona for a year, give or take,
Yeah.
for training.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was kind of weird, where my friends and family back home, their times changed, mine didn't. So we're like, okay, what time is it there? Shit, okay.
Well,
And
that's
as soon as I got used to it, clocks changed again.
I'm finding more and more reasons to respect Arizona as a state.
actually. That is actually why I kinda was wondering why my friend actually hadn't changed their clock. Because they live in Arizona.
Yep. Arizona said, fuck the patriarchy, we ain't playing this shit.
Yeah, also, funny thing is that I've actually seen a meme of this, and that was like, we only, literally, there is only a white man who changes the time, which is equal to cutting one end of the blanket and sewing it on the top and believing that it's a longer blanket.
That's actually a really good metaphor for it.
Yeah, it is. Well, maybe it worked in the past better because we didn't have like electricity and the sleeping schedule went with the sun and work schedule went with the sun. I can understand why they changed the clock, why the extra hour was needed.
Yeah.
I don't get it anymore. Why we would be doing it still? Because we do have enough power in our lights to work at night.
Who knows? It'd be one of those weird things. Anyway,
Yes.
on the subject of weird things, last time on this stream of Dungeons and Dragons, you guys had returned back from the plane of air after having re-established Kumo and got it running, and also on your return you managed to ask Thor very nicely to open a rift so that you can bring through the Dreadclaw. So now you guys have a flying airship. This isn't going to go badly at all. But upon your return to Seagate, first after panicking the populace to the point they were about to open fire on you with harbour defences, you found that the Big Claw, your old sailing ship, had been impounded, shoed, and full of past due notices and everything else, and I4 had a string of messages for you. because he didn't know when you were going to get back. So he did you all some messages.
Where did we land the ship again?
It's currently in Seagate. You've moored it
No.
in the Seagate harbour.
Okay, in the harbour. I vaguely recall a terrifying moment of us landing on the house. But I might have imagined that.
That was it. No, you were all joking about landing on the house. I was just like, you can do if you want, but the bear's not going to be happy. But in any case, it's all there for complete with. You now have the Dread Claw, which a lot of people are marvelling at because it's colossal compared to everything else. Has so many guns as well.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Ellie Kaysari, for the Prime sub. It's 18 months.
You're so welcome.
Oh, dang.
Drain Bezos of his money. Well, not Bezos, but, you know.
Also Bezos.
Drain Amazon of its money. So yeah. The question is, guys, what would you like to do?
Hi, Paul. How much of the crew do we have left?
How much of the crew, you say?
Yeah. Are any of them still in town?
Hang on a second. I've got myself a fancy whistle with some wages. And blows that sailor tuned whistle. Gives it a couple of seconds. It would appear just me.
What would we lose?
Ass was so outraged he left the call.
Oh, we lost Natasha.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
dang.
Tasha's a bit tired, so she's gonna call it early.
Oh.
She sends her apologies.
Sorry, dear.
She's had a bit of a rough day.
Oh.
Well, give her a hug from us.
We love you, Tosh.
Everyone says they love you.
In the platonic way, of course.
Yes.
Maria
Or
had
sexual.
They had platonically.
Or sexual, whichever.
She's smiling.
Aw.
Love you. Okay. So yeah, I4 is the sole crew right now. It feels like he should give himself some ostentatious rank. Like, you know, we have King Captain Das.
Yes.
Prince to Admiral I4. No, Admiral outranks Captain. Prince Lieutenant I4.
Ooh, I like that one. Very well, I am Prince Lieutenant I4.
Fantastic, Your Highness. Now go stand in the pub and ask for people who want to join the crew. Kinda need crew for the ship.
Yes, it's a rather big ship. Is there going to be room for everybody on that thing?
I assume so. Had a crew of Goliaths before, so there's enough room for them and a cloud giant. Probably enough for us.
Yeah, if we're ever short on funds, we could rent it out as a flying party ship.
Oh no, there's the idea. Okay, I'll go round up some crew. I'll go start at one of the taverns. Dear, I forgot the taverns of this bloody town.
Oh, we'll probably be fined for recruiting. Shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I have some artillery experts I want to bring on board.
Okay.
Alright.
Mostly so they don't shoot us next time.
Well, if you need me, I'll be in the Thor's bones. And I grabs a few scraps of paper and heads off that way.
I will head off to like that big red circle in the north of town.
Yeah, well, the Dwarven gun crew is.
And Rex will follow Eppa because no leaving anyone alone, because we know how it usually works out.
But that means
We
you're
do.
leaving Aelin alone.
No, actually, Aylin's probably going to go to the church.
Well, in that case, now leaves Das, who's going to go to the Big Claw and start clearing out all the paperwork.
What about Tink?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tink.
This is a good question. Tink will do something else. We shall ask Christy when she gets here.
Yes.
Alright then. So, we'll start with Eppa and Rex. The two of you make your way to the northernmost point in town where you can see a new gun has been constructed. It has been christened the Bigger Bertha. And the Dwarven weaponsmiths are happily at work. Just making sure it's all fine-tuned and well-oiled.
Is Eppa going to have a gun-gasm over it?
How ridiculous is it compared to the last model that I helped them with?
This one's much more smaller and much more tame. But it has a much wider bore.
I take it you can stop the cannon from exploding.
No, we couldn't. So we opted for a wider barrel. Apologies for aiming the gun at you, but we'd never seen such a ship before. Where on Thor's bones did you get it?
Speaking of Thor, oddly enough, we got it in the airplane, and Thor helped us bring it back.
The people of the airplane truly are magnificent. Wait, you mean Thor the god?
Yep.
Yes.
His daughter was quite lovely.
And both these engineers are like flabbergasted you've met a god.
We might also have met Odin. Not entirely sure about that one, though.
Wait, what kind of adventures have you all been having between the last time we spoke? Jesus!
A lot. Have you ever heard of Aesirheim?
Well, it's somewhere we hope to go to when we die.
Yeah, it's a cool place. You don't need to die to go there.
What?
Epi just rolls out his airplane.
At this point, Rex kinda nudges Eppa, tries to nudge him on the shoulder, but probably nudges him to the head accidentally, being that he is taller.
Ow.
Like, shh. Don't be. We don't want them to call us blasphemous.
They're
not saying that
looking
they
at the
don't.
map. They're like, tonight we're going to meet in the Thor's Bones and we're going to have a very long, heartfelt discussion.
Okay.
That's fantastic. But you wouldn't want to join the crew, would you? We've got some very nice guns that we'd might like to make nicer. And well, you're the best artillerists I know that aren't me.
They look back to Bigger Bertha and say, oh, but we can't leave such a work of art.
That's fine. You can strap her underneath the front of the ship.
Would it even take the weight? But then how are we going to park it anywhere?
I'll just fly it. It flies.
I'm well aware it flies. We saw it fly in, but just oh gosh. Oh, so okay. We have a lot of ideas to go over. Sentry, grab everything we have. We got some work to do. And one of the dwarves like staggers off, rubbing both his temples, like, and muttering to like, "Oh dear God, okay." She weighs so much tonnage. That boat could probably take so much. Cube, square, law, and Pythagoras. Ugh.
How many guns does it already have?
The Dreadclaw has 22 guns.
I'll let him know that.
Oh God.
Also, if you give me any schematics for any future iterations, let me know. I can sort of make a cannon in about 10 minutes. It was a fun time. I nearly blew this one up with the cannons I made last week.
Wait. Hang on, you couldn't make it in 10 minutes?
I believe that's how long it takes to gas fabricate.
I was about to say, you mentioned my fabricator, they look at you and go, spell casting is cheating.
Yeah, but if it makes a better cannon.
Yeah.
Door spawns tonight.
Happily.
First 8 rounds are on you.
Sure.
And they get to work working out how they could make something akin to Bigger Bertha for the Dreadclaw. Sacrifices may need to be made to the Dreadclaw. Meanwhile, with all that madness going on, we cut over to the temples, where Aileen is currently pondering something. What is Aileen doing within the temple?
Just kind of, I guess, praying, meditating, thanking Demeter that she made it back to her home plane. More or less one piece. I didn't actually have much in mind for her to do, aside from just like sit in solitude and quiet and just kind of rest, I guess. Just have a breathe.
Yeah, as you are meditating in the temple, standing in front of a small shrine to Demeter, as everyone has begun to leave offerings for what they hope is going to be another bountiful harvest. Do you swear that for the briefest of moments this carved statue winks at you?
Oh.
Aelin will wink back.
Keep your eyes on it. Just make sure it doesn't move more.
You know what? Out of all the shenanigans this party has gotten up to, a moving statue is not even on the top 10 of weird shit we've seen.
Yeah, I could throw a whooping angel at you, you guys wouldn't be phased.
Yeah, and I believe at least Brian knows what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the religious statues moving around.
Yeah, like I said, no, I could throw you a weeping angel and you wouldn't care.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I just think I was at the beginning of the movie Stigmata with the statue crying blood.
Really do turn into stone. Fabricate would be very effective on Weeping Angels.
That is actually good point.
So I've got this image of like how that happening, you casting Fabricate, turning it into just a block of concrete. And now it is like literally the assassin snail game. But it's a block of concrete. The only way you could ever catch it is to look at it.
Like so everyone stops looking at it, and then it's just this unending screech of pain.
If worse, it's muffled. The only reason why it's muffled is the fact the face is stuck in the ground.
Weeping Angel, meet Thumper. No, sorry, Thumper. It's a Thumper in Mario, isn't it?
Yeah.
The rabbit from Bambi.
No, the thwomps in Mario, the ones that drop down and go, "Urgh."
That's what I was going for.
I prefer them when they're 2D. They never work in 3D. Anyways. So yeah, you can swear that Demeter winks back, which is interesting.
Again, not the strangest thing that she's ever seen. It's definitely not the strangest thing she's ever seen in the last 3 days, so. She'll go back to her quiet contemplation.
Alright then.
Flirtatious statue aside.
If there's anybody
I mean,
else
Demeter could be a MILF for all she knows.
Yeah.
Well, Goddess covers over many areas. Don't judge.
Not judging.
I want that to be a theology essay. Demeter, MILF or not MILF?
To MILF or not to MILF, that is the question.
It's a trick question. She's actually a gilf.
Oh, down.
Oh, no, they just want to be Dragon Ball Z abridged. Hello, MILF. Oh, Veggie, I'm a grandmother now. Call me Gilf. Your culture disgusts me.
And for some reason, being that Demeter is god, wouldn't that be like grandmother, great grandmother, or something?
Good Gilf?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
It just
Stephanie does have children.
yeah, it actually does get worse more we think about it.
Oh, let's not.
Well, yeah.
I mean, just how badly do you want the migraine tonight?
Wouldn't cause any for me.
Anyway, so statue's winking at Aelin.
Yep. Does anybody else have any plans before the evening rolls around?
Really?
Visiting the mayor? I feel like, as quartermaster, I'm kind of obliged to deal with the paperwork. And it feels quicker to go to the mayor than to read it.
It's a fair point.
You also what the even funnier thing is the DMs also forgot the mayor's blooming name.
It's a long, silly, gnomish name.
Courtney Finebell, that was it. He's actually in your handouts.
Why does that fine bell? Why does it remind me of Zootopia?
Hey, Charlie.
So yeah, you go to see the mayor in his wonderful office, which also doubles as the base of operations for the local constabulary.
Mm-hmm.
And the desk officer looks over to you as you approach and goes, "Ah! You might be just the kobold we're looking for. Are you, by chance, a member or the owner of a ship labelled the Big Claw?"
I'm the quartermaster, yes.
Fantastic. Just take a seat over there. I'll let His Excellency know that you've arrived, and you can discuss payment of your debts with him. I hear they're quite substantial.
I assume that Rex is still hanging out with me.
I assume so.
Rex is...
Foxy. Oh, I was about to ask if we chased Foxy off with the Gagilf comments.
No. Yeah. As I said, it doesn't cause migraine to me. We can go all the way to beginning of time and beyond with that.
Ooh.
Yeah, Rex
I
is
have
still
it.
hanging with Eppa.
Yeah. Again, like, ZM Rex is just another one of the Silver Arrow specialist hunters.
Yes.
So they partly assume that, like, Rex has brought Eppa in to start paying off things. But after a couple of moments, you...
Oh my god, please. Sorry, can I look to see if there's like a bounty to bring one of us in?
Well, as you go over to where he's asked you to sit, which is a long bench, there is like a notice board up with various things going on as like community events, but there's also like a section labelled the bounty board. And there is a small bounty out for the crew of the Big Claw. No names, no faces, just lists off the crew as 2 kobolds, a lichen, a human, and a sea elf. There is mention of a half-orc, and the name's been scratched out with the word paid. And you currently all have bounties on you of about 2,000 gold for... The charge is literally written as tax evasion.
Holy shit.
You might as well collect on me.
As long as Rex doesn't wolf out, he could.
That is true. Rex actually could basically take to notice and ask Eppa, "Are you okay with this?"
Sure, it's free money.
Okay, and Rex walks as a bunny and goes to like, here is one of them.
The desk officer's like, yeah, I'm well aware, sir. The mayor will see you two in a moment.
Alrighty.
Goes on signing some paperwork, stamping. Eventually pulls out a thickly bound folder. You can see it's like barely hanging on. Do you reckon if someone undoes it, the paperwork's going to go flying everywhere? It passes between a couple of officials until eventually... oh, the sergeant's name, what was it? Ah! I've forgotten the name of the sergeant. Crap. In any case, the sergeant comes along, he's spoken to you before, he looks at the two of you and he's like, right, come on, upstairs. And he leads you upstairs to Corneli's office, as elegant and as museum-like as ever, with new items and new display cabinets. And as you're brought in, he's sat there in a much larger and more intimidating wingback leather chair, and just lets the awkward silence hang for a couple of moments as you hear a small clock tick away the seconds, until he eventually looks over and goes, "I was hoping to meet with Captain Das, but as he's currently preoccupied, Quartermaster Epper and First Mate Rex, you two will have to do."
Okay.
You currently have outstanding bounties for tax evasion. I am willing to write these off, but you do also have further outstanding debts, which also need to be paid off.
And a request to leave for extenuating circumstances.
Well, you are in some good fortune. It turns out that you have a property within the city that has generated a lovely bit of income as rents on behalf of a member of the local government. And I've just had my clerks do some quick back of the napkin maths, and it turns out that the house itself has generated enough income to wipe your debts off. Lucky you.
It just flashes a little lizardy smile.
Just looking out for each other. However, there is something I do need your crew to help with. Are you aware of the ongoing war between the dwarves and the hobgoblins?
I think we swung around it. But I think you mentioned it a couple of months back, before we went to Emberstone.
Yeah, so there is currently an issue right now that does require attention.
I believe that issue's called. I think that's called a war.
Well, it's more to do with where we stand. The DM's just trying to find a map just to make sure he's right on his own notes. And now I can't find it. Yeah, the dwarves are just getting bait out of their homes.
Mm-hmm.
Considering there's a goblin homebrew that I want to play at some point called a brownie, I kind of like that idea.
The idea of a pot goblin. Yeah. Hi, Christy.
Hi, Christy.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing? More
Okay,
alive
a lot
tonight?
better today.
You sound better.
Yeah, at least I can speak. I'm sure because you heard me last night, so
Yes.
it's like, at
Hmm.
least I can speak today.
Those are words.
Yeah. I mean, I completely lost my voice last week for 3 days. So, it's a good job I was in the house on my own.
Yeah. It's all good you're on the mend,
What?
though.
Sorry?
I said it's all good you're on the mend.
Yeah.
So, yes. Yeah, DM just had to check some notes. So, yes. So, Seagate is currently under the protection of the Dwarven Jarldom. We like to think ourselves as independent when, truthfully, we're tied in, as it were. And they have put in a request for aid. Now, I've done what I can. I've given money, food, supplies. But I feel like we could do more. and I have not really the resources to make an army or a full military contribution.
Hmm.
But how would your crew feel to being made as the world's first sky privateers?
But just looks at Rex. Gas would love it, wouldn't he?
And at that point, Rex looks at Eppa with that face like, well, $20 is $20. Also, it's I kind of had a hard time keeping my thoughts straight because Persephone is behind you.
I know, she's been very cute.
Yes.
Nah, not listening to me.
Oh, it's a kitty.
Oh no, you're
No.
old. The second I say you're not listening to me. Yes,
No,
you're very
not
cute.
listening.
She's looking right at me. She's giving the look of what? You pissed me. Oh, you see I'm trying to have a bath.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that wasn't me. Uh-oh. What? It wasn't me. I made no such noise, cat. Anyway. Yes, Charlie, because the admin was looking at the messages and allowed it. It was allowed because God has allowed it. So anyway, Mayor Finebell slides you over a folded over piece of parchment. And points out that this is a letter of marque for you. I've already taken the liberty of signing your names in. Just know that if you accept this and take it, you are now basically the first Sky privateers loyal to the town of Seagate.
It's just like scanning through, looking for like a term of contract.
Make an insight check. I think insight's based off intelligence, isn't it?
Insight based off wisdom, but I also have proficiency in that.
Okay.
I mean, I have investigation, but yeah, I'll roll insight. 19.
Pretty damn good. You scan over the whole
Just-
thing and it is full legalese. And it seems pretty solid.
So it was inside, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Nah, 20, nah, 20.
Nope.
Anyway, so you scan through it. It's in full legalese, but it seems to be pretty solid. The short version is basically Seagate is willing to forego your debts on the Big Claw. And that's your party with all your members, which haven't been filled in, but you guys can now fill in the party names. Will act as free range, as free privateers to attack enemies of Seagate and the Dwarven Jarldom. And then the only get out clause is basically if you attack any representatives of the Dwarven Jarldom, whether it's like citizens, military, or otherwise. But that's how strict the contract is. You can go and fight whoever you like.
Someone else is responsible for our chaos. Interesting. Is it okay if we bring this back in the morning? Just because we're going to talk to our crew and some potential hires tonight.
No, if you don't want to accept it now, just leave the letters here.
It just sort of drops on the ground. Do you have any puzzle box?
Sadly no. Haven't had a good one for a while.
That's a shame. Also, can he collect all my bounty, please?
Oh, your bounty's null and void. I shall have the constabulary remove them. So sadly no free money for you today.
It just looks at Rex and is visibly sad.
Rex just literally pats Eppa on the head, like, there.
Oh, I guess it's off to the pub.
Yeah.
Unless you want to talk to the mayor longer.
I would probably want to rest a bit, being that it's well, we have like a play shift today, so
We did travel for a few days before we arrived.
yeah, but nonetheless.
Oh, do you know where his bard got to?
Whose bar?
His bard.
Oh! Yeah, she ran away.
Bitch.
Well, we did kind of.
I've also said like she also ran away with a good chunk of money. Hence why I've not been able to pay the bills on the boat.
Oh. That's the other thing. That's much more important than your bard. Sorry, Rex. What happened to Amberstone after it appeared? We kind of got sucked into an elemental plane. It's a long story.
So Emberstone is fine. Half the city has sunk, so now it's become like a tiered city, but it's tiered down into the pit rather than tiered up a hill. But it'll survive, Emberstone always does.
And they appreciated the delivery of relief supplies?
The relief supplies actually helped with the reconstruction of the city, so they went to good use. Seagate has made quite a hefty profit from it.
Allow me, just great citizens. At least the place hasn't been sucked into the fire plane.
Must you? Must you tempt fate like that, Rob?
Right then. Well, as mentioned, pub. And he just sort of like slips himself off the chair that's probably far too big for him.
Oh, then. So if nobody has any plans for their characters heading towards the evening for some downtime, we can have you all reconvene within the tavern.
Yes.
Might make it doesn't require RPing it, but I think Eppa will make a quick trip back to the house to hoy out his secret chest from his basement and hand those over to I4 to put on.
Well, it's rather handy, as you will go and see I4 in the thing. Also, that for some reason closed Discord. That was a terrible idea. Just need some appropriate tavern music for the stream. So you guys arrive at the tavern. I4 is currently sat at a table by himself, taking orders from... or taking an order. For someone to join your crew. And as he sees you approach, he goes... Ah, Appa, Rex. Oh, everybody's here. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news.
Fire the bad news.
I don't know how to spell.
Okay, what's the good news?
I got you some crew for the new ship.
Is it the same? Is the group of dwarves that I was talking to before?
No. This is an entirely different group of individuals. Ifa points them out to you across a couple of tables away along the short wall of the tavern. Because the Thor's Bones is done up like a Viking meat hall, so it's quite long but narrow, with a central fire pit in the middle. And he points over to like the opposite corner. It's like, it's those guys over there. And what you see is a sort of a motley crew, a couple of humans, mostly elves, and a couple of half-elves.
So, just the sake of it, I actually need to ask: is it like from Elder Scrolls, the King? What was it? The Jarl of what's the place? Where you can get actually the customable house.
Whiterun?
Which one? There are several.
But there are two of the houses which are fully customizable.
Because the housing one, the one that I always end up going to is the one in Falkreath. Falkreath. Microphone, do not have that one on.
Yeah, the Falkreath one, I think.
But yeah, no, this place is like the inns in Skyrim.
Yeah.
So you got the long fire in the middle.
Yes.
And everyone's got tables around the outside, and so when you order food, it's pretty much straight off the fire, straight to your plate. It's a great cavalry service.
Nice. Yes,
Anyway.
it's the Falkreath Jarl Hall.
Yeah.
Which I meant.
Roger, Dodge.
So yeah. But yeah, so you got a group of a couple of elves, half elves, and humans, all sat there drinking quite loudly together. Several tankards of ale have already been emptied on their table, and a couple of the bar girls are trying to clear it up, and they're a bit rowdy right now. But I feel like still all of you like they were quite keen to sign up.
Okay. Well, I owe a couple of rounds of drinks to our new cannoneers, if I can find them. Can you guys check to see if that crew's are worth their weight in piss? That's the phrase, right?
I think that's the phrase, yeah.
And Eppa then just scuttles off to try and find his dwarves.
Alright then. So as Eppa scuttles away, we shall leave it to the rest of you. How do you want to approach the rowdy table of drunkards that's now become part of your crew? Anyone? Hello?
Hmm? Well, I really don't have any plans.
Well, we'll have a think about it. In that case, we shall jump back to Eppa really quick.
Yes.
Like, does Aelin know that Aelin is muted?
I imagine she has gone AFK.
Timing.
Christ, was that a bottle you just opened?
Yes.
That hiss was loud.
Sorry.
No fuses are going. Okay, your microphone is so close to that drink.
No, it actually isn't.
We heard it pour.
Pour and fizz and open and everything.
Yeah,
you're
I
back.
know. It is, the reason you hear it is because my mic is somehow weirdly sensitive about some sounds and less sensitive about others.
So anyway, Eppa, as you approach the dwarves, you can see their little crew around a table as they're going over plans and designs. And as you approach, they look at you and go, here he is. The little dragon himself, how are you?
I have a nickname now?
Well, you've been so generous, we thought we'd call you the little dragon. Oh, also, don't worry about those first 4 rounds. One of them hands you a receipt of 4 rounds of mead and ale mixes. Yeah, it comes to about 5 gold for the rounds. We already started without you.
Ah, fair enough. Well, where's my mug? I've got to catch up.
Hang on. And they wave a barmaid over to bring you a mug. And they, even though they are completely sloshed, they go over with some plans they've drawn up for you. And you can tell from like their normal penmanship, it's not as neat, but it's still amazingly clear. It's not like all squiggly and messy. The worst bit is just like there's blots of ink occasionally and things like that. And what they've proposed is basically the bow guns to go onto the top deck and just be on small little 270-degree pivots.
Heavy chasers. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think Eppa just sort of like joins in the drunken discussion to make these cannons out of weird tweaks and whatnot. for however long it takes for the next scene to resolve.
Indeed. So we'll jump back to the others. You guys were asked to deal with a table of drunkards in the tavern that I was hired to be your crew. They are currently fucking pissed now.
Okay,
they're getting quite loud and leery, and like even the bar girls now aren't going over to clear their table.
Okay, so we need to be like pub security.
Well, pub security, and also let them know who they're working for, because they are now working for you.
Yes. Well, so, Aelin?
Mm-hmm.
Should we go introduce ourselves? And maybe teach them some manners, how to act under contract for us.
I don't like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Alright then. As you approach, you see a couple of humans like, oi, Kenshi, try and get that barmaid to come back over here. Just want to find that dwarven rear, you know what I'm saying?
Rex actually turns into their were self, and who seems to be the most sober one of them?
The most sober ones right now actually appear to be the two elves in the group.
Okay.
They're a bit red in the cheek and everything else, but they're still standing incoherent. The humans and half-elves are basically sat down, slumped over the table, and barely able to hold themselves up.
Who is the closest to the corner of the table?
Right now, as you are approaching, like the one you're gonna come to first is the elf they're calling Kenshi.
Okay.
Kimchi? Like the food kimchi?
No, Kenshi. Kenshi.
Okay.
Okay. So, how do we want to do this? Do we want to be gentle about it, or try to sort of assert dominance kind of way?
I've got a mage hand ready that can, I don't know, pour drinks over people's head, give them wedgies,
Okay.
whatever you want.
Okay, I was thinking doing this, and at the same time, Rex takes the nearest one, grabs them by the back of their shirt, and slams their head to the table, and just says, "Okay, let's make one thing clear. You are..."
You cut out at the right moment of just, you are ... Oh no, we lost Rex.
I
Oh.
lost everything too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like my whole thing froze up for a moment.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, mine's done it a couple of times.
Okay.
This will
So let's go through that again, since you couldn't hear.
well, I heard you are. Let's
Yes.
get one thing clear. You are.
Let's make one thing clear. This isn't how you are going to be acting while working for us.
What's your intimidation bonus, Foxy?
Just a moment, I'll check. +7.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Do I need to roll?
No, the DM's just doing a quick bit of maths because there's no way they're going to make it. It's just like, you would technically have advantage in wolf form.
Can I assist with that?
How would you like to assist?
Stand there, arms crossed, glaring, giving them that I'm not angry, I'm disappointed, and you better straighten the fuck up right now. Look.
Alright then. As you slam Kenshi's head into the table, you hear the sound of the wood, of the face impacting the wood. You might have broken his nose. It's a bit hard to tell. If it was screaming, it's a bit muffled right now.
Mm-hmm.
The two half elves like sit back and be like, what the hell? One of the humans who stomped on the table like shoots up the second like Kenshi smacks the table, and immediately goes to begin casting a spell. And you watch
I think not.
Do you counter spell?
I counter spell.
Okay.
And Rex is just gonna say...
Wait.
Yep.
Wait, do I have counter spell?
Do you have it prepared? Are you prepared?
I don't know if I can cast third level wizard spells yet. Instead, can she lean forward, slam his hand to the ground, and go, I think the fuck not? Or slam his hand to the table? Like, basically interrupting the somatic component?
Go ahead and give me an athletics check with advantage, because he's currently pissed. Persephone, no, leave that alone.
18.
Persephone's taking offense to Tash's headphones on the desk.
Dang.
With an 18, you manage to grapple his hands and stop the somatic components. You do watch as like some of the spilt beer on the table was beginning to take form. So you reckon he was trying to summon an elemental? An elemental, if you will.
And everything froze for me
Again.
for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I caught spilled L on the table starting to take form, and then that was it.
Yeah, same.
Ah, weird. Persephone,
Persephone!
Persephone, look, come here and sit still.
No.
You will sit still.
No.
Yes, she will.
And
See his face? It will sit still.
and Rex actually says to the barmaid, "Okay, for the rest of the night, these guys are drinking water."
Yeah, no problem, sir.
Oh God! I hope she isn't intimidated by.
Oh, jeez, a lot of the bars right now freaking out about this whole thing.
Oh damn!
Now, Aelin will smile at her to try and diffuse the situation a little bit, and ask if they have any outstanding debt for what they've consumed so far.
No, they've all paid up. Thank you, they were getting a bit too much.
Aelin will hand her 2 gold and go, "No, thank you."
But yeah, so one of them tried to summon an elemental when you interrupted him, which obviously failed. I saw a massage in the chat. What was the massage? Yeah, no, they're now immediately like panicked and like Kenshi's like tapping the back of your hand, Rex, to let him breathe.
Rex eases up and lets them sit back up.
And then they all sit there and like profusely apologise, and Kenshi's sitting there holding like clearly a broken nose now.
And Rex is, well, that's better.
Yes, we're sorry.
If I heal your nose, will you behave like a respectable person in public? She's asking Kimchi this.
Yeah, he sits there and also like, yes. You get the impression that Kenshi doesn't know that much common.
Oh, what race is he?
He's an elf.
She'll say, okay, she'll repeat it in Elvish.
Yeah,
And he
same
responds back
with
to you,
Rex.
Yes, okay, but I most certainly will. Forgive me, sir, madam, boss, mistress, whatever names you prefer.
Yes. Well, good that the lesson went through with one attempt, so I'm not that pissed off anymore. I hope we can remain professional from now on.
Oh, damn, needed to sneeze then for a second. Yeah, well, profusely apologise. The one that went to summon the elemental has now blacked out after calming down from, well, after the adrenaline dropped from being spooked and then trying to cast and getting interrupted. At which point, Ifa approaches you all from behind. You two from behind. It's like, oh dear. I was about to do a different voice. About to do the whole, oh my, what a cute little bunny rabbit. It's the wrong voice for Ifa. Ifa was down here. Well then, Rex, Ellen, I'll get these guys on the ship, and I'll put them through the paces.
Good.
And then starts barking commands in Orcish, but even though they don't understand it, just the force and intent is enough for them to stand up to attention and start marching out of there in perfect sync, carrying their friend almost like a coffin.
Alright.
Ifer?
Rex actually kind of translates the commands in Elvish.
Aelin will, before he...
Yeah.
I was gonna say, before Ifer leaves, she'll say that, you know, if they start fucking around again, you're more than welcome to rock the ship, make them seasick, and tell them to barf over the side, or else.
So salutes you as like there's a gleam in his eyes. As like, I get to tell people what to do. Yes.
Yes, and if they barf
Prince
on the deck,
Lieutenant.
they lick it clean.
Okay, let's not do They're cleaning it up if they barf on the deck.
Oh no! He'll make him lick it clean because he's just.
Oh,
if
that's
it's the
disgusting.
big claw, like the big claw, he has polished that the decks to perfection below, but he hasn't done the dread claw yet. He's over the moon. It's going to be the dread claw. And so he leaves with more members to your crew. So we'll say now that your ship can actually now operate in fights without any detriments.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Should you get into combat with as an airship.
Nice.
As that small group is part of a larger group, but now they're all on the big claw, including some artillerists who have some proposals, but those proposals are going to take months to build and put in place. Even
After
with the
just comes
awesome
back.
powers of Fabricate. Because they're dealing with things that they don't even know how it works. How does thorium make things move? What level of Minecraft magistry?
I assume Apple like encouraged them to follow after Eiffel. Will like come back over to everybody else, and he's very actively hicking because he's drank like 4 rounds of mead in about 3 minutes.
Jesus.
Only kobold-sized rounds, but still. That's like 1.5 bottles of wine.
Das is like, Pepper, how much have you had?
Enough.
Ugh. I had to keep up.
Keep up with what? Destruction of your liver?
But and he waves at the receipt for the 4 rounds of dwarven mead.
Oh no.
Oh, Rex, did you tell them?
Tell them what?
The mayor wants us to be privateers.
Oh, right. Mm,
Privateers.
I told. Yeah, I didn't tell like rest of the party yet.
Yeah, because when he
Das is looking at you going, you mean we are now sky privateers as opposed to sky pirates? Pepper, you absolute madman, how did you get that out of the mouth?
Rose.
Completely lost you there.
Discord, what the actual F?
Literally,
Yeah.
the last word I got was sky.
Same.
Yep.
Wow. I hope that's not come across in the recordings. Anyways, Das is like, how on earth have...
And
Pepper.
then
Lost you again.
Okay, I'm going to do a thing. I'm just going to turn the camera off and see if that fixes anything.
yeah.
But then we won't get to see the kitty.
Yeah.
The kitty's on scarping off somewhere.
Gonna say it, and then the camera comes back on, and it is the kitty sat in the seat. My plan has worked.
I was going to say, it's just me, just the last thing you hear from me is, ah! And it's Persephone sat there and like the Russian national anthem's playing.
Yeah.
And no sooner said do I look off to my side in the dark hallway and I see 2 eyes looking back at me. Yes, Murder Mittens, how can I help you? Yes, you. I'm talking to you. Eyes in the darkness. Oh, that's right. She's just looking around as if to go, what? Who, me? No. So yeah, Das is like, so we're sky privateers, and not sky pirates.
Yes.
What's the difference?
Well, sky
State endorsement.
Yeah. Well, he said it's more legit, and we can do whatever we like.
We can't attack the dwarves, though.
Did we sign a contract already?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to sign it without speaking with guys.
Did you read it?
It's pretty ironclad.
Does the
Basically, sorry.
Does it absolve us of any future debts, collections, anything like that?
Basically, yeah. We'll be in the clear debt-wise. Even though apparently our rents from the house should have done that, but...
Wait. There's tenants living in the house collecting... You're paying rent?
Apparently.
There are people living in our house again? What the actual fuck?
I mean, they were very polite when I came to get stuff from my room. I think it's being used like an Airbnb.
All my plants are dead. I'm sure of it.
I don't know, I didn't check your room. Sorry, I went straight downstairs to get this.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm sure my plants are dead. That too.
Oh, but yeah. Basically, it means we can attack all the hobgoblins, nick all their treasure, and it'll be considered a good thing. Oh, how are your drunkards? Do they all speak do they all speak common?
Not all of them, no. Oh, but the drunkards are on the ship under Eifer's less than tender mercies.
I got some professional artillerists now. I look forward to seeing what they do with the cannons. Plus, they're dwarves. If we're going to be fighting hobgoblins to save dwarves, they'll be very easy.
Oh, more people to blow shit up? Awesome.
Yeah.
That wasn't sarcastic. That was just...
Oh, I'm with you here. I'm planning to stand on the front of the ship and use a giant stick and conduct like a musical character, but for explosion.
Tchaikovsky cannons are the musical instrument.
Tchaikovsky, yeah.
I'm trying to remember another one now. There's one that involves an anvil. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway.
I can head over to the mayor in the morning and then sign it for us, if that's what you all want. They won't let us collect our own bounties, though. We tried.
Yes.
As you mentioned meeting the mayor, you'll all notice that Das isn't there anymore. There's like a dust outline of Das.
Oh, where'd he go?
He doesn't like the mayor.
I don't think anyone actually liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Barmaid, another mead. Concentrated.
Please.
Please. And thank you. and excuse me.
Aelin is best den mother. I don't know. In that case, we shall skip on forward to the following morning, where Eppa has the god of all hangovers.
So how much gold have I spent, including the dwarves?
All in all, you would have spent about, I'd say, about 7 gold on drinks over the night.
Fantastic. There you go. 7 gold gone.
Yeah. And when I say you have the old god of hangovers, I mean you wake up next to someone who's dressed in a toga, has not laurel leaves in his hair, but like grapevines with grapes. And he is just as hungover as you are, and he's just like, will you stop drinking, man? It hurts. Every time.
After the stream, I actually have to say one thing.
Go for it. But
Yeah.
for the rest of you, you'll wake up to a wonderful dawn chorus, and also to the sound of Das barking out orders and Eiffel repeating them.
Hmm?
You realise that Das is getting the ship ready to sail.
So Rex goes to Das and asks, so where we headed?
Well, we're going to help out the dwarves.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it says here on this bit of paper, and he holds out a very familiar-looking piece of paper.
Wait. I need to go brush my teeth in the mirror and find the letter of mark. Oh, my head.
Oh, is that what it says? I thought it said orders of marquee.
Oh. Okay, well that saves that job. If nobody needs me, I'm gonna be curled around the front mast.
Just like grabs the nearest blanket, probably off of someone who was using it, and just snuggles up to the front mast. And just like just has a little nap whilst like I think he's got like the rough sketch from last night and sort of blearily looking at it. Like whatever that sketch turned into last night, he's just looking at it going,
That's not how adamantine stresses. What were we thinking?
and other just sort of gunsmithing.
Yeah. And so with that, you guys begin to, I would say set sail, but you begin to take off and take flight towards the dwarven fronts. And as short as it is, I think we'll leave it there for tonight. Because if Discord's going to keep breaking up, I'm not going to trust it for the next half an hour.
Yeah.
Darn you, Discord. Outrageous behaviour.
Well, like I said, I don't want to trust it. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this short little stream.
Yeah.
I may be online on Thursday playing some Helldivers 2 with people. Who knows?
Yeah. I have to say that if I'm joining in, it will be after 10 p.m. for me, the UK time.
That's what I'm thinking. I could even do tomorrow night as well. No, Tuesday I'm playing D&D. Wednesday night, I mean.
Oh, Wednesday night, yeah. Well, on Wednesday I'm on a day off, and I could basically join in. I don't have anything planned on Wednesday. Wednesday night, that is.
Wednesday sounds good to me.
Yeah. Anyways, in any case, we shall love you and leave you all and see you all next time, at the very least for some more D&D. Until then,
Yeah.
everybody, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
night.
Bye.